Los Angeles Coliseum, a place traveler calls home and the crowd loves to fight on when supporting the USC Trojans. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the tailback. Got room at the 35. Open runway ahead. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big. When he gets that handoff going to the right, he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground, and he is well within striking distance of a 1,200-yard rushing season. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. Running to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. On the move, he fires. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. I'm not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Give to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, look out on the right. The 20, the 10. Touchdown tie. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Smith dropping to pass. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part and the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. Turns it on in midfield. He has 89 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's now a final in one of the more intriguing games of the season, this huge top 5 clash. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored on turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other could have a case for the #1 spot in America, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy is going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
He's looking to throw it. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Alabama quickly back to the line. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee, as he stopped at the 14. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They think there's room to run to the right here. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 14-14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Hand off from the shotgun. Strong run on a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. On 4th down, going to the air. looking for his man in the middle. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Leaves it with the running back. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then you...
He's taking the shot. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
I love when you back the defense off of these. You want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're trying to get to it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single...
Touchdown, Trojans! What a grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. The snap sets up the throw. Feeling some heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He's looking for a man on second down. This time he's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, and makes the big mistake.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Smith wants to throw. Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that pass is intercepted. Did not a huge play.
While I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
He'll take it himself. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Throws to the back. This time it's complete. At midfield, he's got room. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Smith dropping to pass. The throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
He's going to pass on second down. Escapes. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Buys a little extra time. Got his man on the right. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run. And you've seen over the years, they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes.
The expressway is wide open. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown tie! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Number 7 in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up by 24 over Louisville. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
This offense has a second down play. Smith wants to throw. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
Are you kidding me? I mean, it's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
And the returner goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option. Gets it past the marker. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
The speed of these quarterbacks has just gotten insane. Week in, week out, you're facing so many guys that can just pick them up and put them down and chew up 15 yards like it's nothing.
And they can make the throws, too. We call them dual threats, but really you have to be able to do both in this era of football.
Yeah, and it used to be one or the other. You had a guy that could really, really run. You had a guy that could throw. Now they're all packaged into one, and it's just, man, it's a headache.
Snap it to the back.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front, climbing into second level, and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. They're getting this guy lathered up. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else. This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, picked up 2.
Yeah, Great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Out of the gun to give to the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Smith dropping to pass. Coming after him. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
The run to the right. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score Alabama 42, USC 24.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice...
Touchdown, Bama! And the route is on. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
USC 24.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.